Hello people, and it is I, a nerd named BT, once again here with an quickly put together video. We have some incredibly big news in terms of Rush Duel and in terms of the future of the game. Yay! And here guys, I'm gonna announce it today. I can't look at my camera because it's a very small camera. So this was actually recently announced on the Jump Festa. Uh, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be making videos about this, but I thought that I should make one as well for the few people who might be looking into Rush Tool through my community and not really knowing where else to look. So anyways, these are some big news, so let's get right into it. So first off, we have our first announcement, which was the new Legend Awakening pack. So this is a brand new pack that is to come out in March 4th of 2023. So on the surface, there doesn't seem to be much, but there is actually a very big detail in this set in which would probably change the game in a minor way or give us a potential hint of what kind of support we can get. One of the only things that they've shown for this set is the new five-headed dragon. Five-headed dragon is a very well-known card in past Yu-Gi-Oh! For its many traits, especially in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime of Duel Monsters as a ritual and GX as a fusion monster. So the reason that this is such a significant card at the moment is because of its fusion materials, in which it is still a fusion monster. A level 12 Dark Dragon fusion effect monster. Material are 5 dragons, with a clause that this card cannot be special summoned except by fusion summoning. Requirement none, continuous effect. This card can't be show up a battle with a dark, earth, wind, fire, or wind monster. So, if any of you guys are very familiar with fusions, you are well aware that summoning with 5 fusion materials is not currently possible. So this is going to be opening up a huge idea of what could we potentially be getting as a fusion support card in the future, be it polymerization fused with cards from hand, or possibly a new spell card, legend possibly, called Dragon Mirror, in which we could banish 5 dragons from our field or graveyard in order to fusion summon a dragon. So there are 2 things that could be introduced through this means. There could be more, I'm just unaware of them right now. Well, there could also be 3 things. We can either get polymerization, so we can actually start playing fusions from our hand, or we can get a new fusion spell card, in which only fuses from hand. We could get a new mechanic, which is banishing monsters through the introduction of Dragon Mirror, which they could also be using this opportunity to fix their past mistake of saying that banishing cards would no longer be removed from play, but just banished as a secondary graveyard. A third option could be fusion materials that could be used as multiple fusion material, but then again, that probably won't happen because this is, as far as we know, the only generic fusion monster being introduced to the game currently. But this is a very huge interest because there's no way to currently summon this, so that means we can have some high hopes for new fusion strategies and new way to go about playing them in the near future. Then after that, we go on to our very final big announcement, the one that all of you guys have come here for. And here we are, the big topic of the evening, morning, day, whenever you're watching this video. We're all in a panic. This is a huge change for Rush Duel. We have our first Forbidden and Limited list. Lego! If you saw my post earlier on the YouTube community post, you've already seen that we've gotten this new ban list, but I just wanted to recently go about talking about it with all of you. So, there's a lot to this ban list to unpack. First off, this is the solution to the previous format before XQD was introduced, which was primarily secret, parallel order, and Thunderbolt looping decks. So this is a huge change into, and this is kind of amazing. Especially this is our first ban list and there's only 3 cards. It still does greatly affect these decks because a lot of these cards are like really powerful. One of them can be very powerful cards in a set of 3. And I can go over them one by one. First off, I'm going to go over the important ones, which is Secret Order. This card has been an absolute menace to the format. It can be thrown into any deck that can play a level 7 vanilla, which is basically every deck. And having a free 3200 beater that can swing and be unaffected by trap cards can't typically be responded to other outside of Trap Lid, which is the only trap card that can respond to. It's not the only one, but it's one of the main ones that can primarily out Parallel Gate. So it's like, this is a very good hit for the deck. We've seen this deck for a very long time now. We've seen a lot of decks for a very long time now because we haven't had a ban list before. But this is incredibly good for us that they're getting hit in any way, shape, or form. I'm happy that they kept Parallel Birth Gate, because that allows the more general fusion strategies, a lot more normal monster strategies, to continue thriving even if they don't have level 7 normal monsters. So this is just strictly a hit to Parallel Order. Up next, we do have Thunderbolt. I'm a little amazed that they chose to limit Thunderbolt and not outright kill off Melody, but that's understandable in Rush Duel. I think the idea they were going for is seeing how far they can go without banning any cards, because they want it to be more fun. They didn't want it to be restricted, so limiting Thunderbolt is really good, though most decks you would see like play 2 copies of it, but it's like Thunderbolt decks, you could see like 3 copies of it. This is a really easily recyclable card. It can cause a lot of like disgusting combos and infinite loop. So with Melody, tribute summon this, summon Melody. Melody shuffles a set card back in the deck, return Thunderbolt to hand, add a level 1 psychic to hand, repeat this loop until your opponent runs out of set cards. And also it can just resummon any level 7 from the graveyard, which is just extremely powerful. So seeing them hit the top tier 1 decks like this is pretty interesting. I don't know how far this will affect the deck list, but since they do lose out on their main engine pieces, on more consistently seeing their main engine pieces, I can't see this affecting their playability a lot. Lastly is Neckmaid Nana. This is less of a, well, I guess you can also say as a legend staple. This has a very disgusting combo with Zombie Fireworks, in which you can reborn 2 Nanas, shuffle back 2 more level 7s, draw 4 more cards. It's a really powerful piece of extender, really powerful just recycling card, and gains a bunch of unfair advantage, which I'm happy to see it at 1. That means they can't draw and recycle as much as they used to. They won't see it as much. Though I don't know how greatly this will affect competitive play, though, because only most level 7 decks, like typically Zombie and Thunderbolt, would be playing them. So they kind of technically hit Thunderbolt more than they did Parallel Gate, but Secret Order was more likely the power card of the deck. So guys, this is our first ban list, and of course they're not going to be hitting XQD because that is the new deck, and I will be trying my best to make a new meta video out before this ban list is released. And just to know, this ban list is to be released on January 1st, 2023. They did say they will be releasing a ban list every 3 months, so we will have a ban list discussion in March, I believe, on the new set that's coming out, and which we just talked about. Well, I hope you're all excited. If you guys want to see some content with the new ban list, go ahead. You can leave a like on this if you want, or you can just comment down below saying how excited you are about this ban list and tell me your opinions on it. I really love hearing everyone's opinions, and I want to know how much you guys are going to enjoy this. And I'll see y'all next time.